Welcome. So back once more. Sorry for the slight delay. I was actually watching another streamer. Just having a little chat with them. Sometimes I get hooked in those sort of moments where you're just watching someone stream and you're talking to them about stuff and you're learning some new ideas as well, new techniques, and yeah, just knowledge sharing really. So yeah, I got caught up with that, but here I am. So we're going to continue to work on this Magnemite. I'm kind of nearly there, so just got to do the detailing, a little bit of cleaning and refinement, and then yeah, and then just fix the background up, add a bit more glow to this, and then we're done. We're done, and then we can probably look at another piece to draw. Paint. Oh, the mouse is stuck there. I need to get some slack on that cabling. So let me bring up Camtasia Recorder. Let's see if I've posted everywhere, because normally I keep forgetting to do these little posty posts that I'm streaming. There we go. That's gone through. Yes, it's gone through. Nice. Yeah. Beautiful. So I was thinking about tomorrow as well. What sort of stream to do tomorrow? So I might do some more DRG, because DRG was fun. I haven't installed Call of Cthulhu yet, so there is a possibility of installing that and giving that a go. But I don't know how engaging that is. It might be something relatively simple, it might be just, more hands-on. I don't know, so I'll have to see about that. Yeah, let me minimize a few windows here so I can get my references back on. We can Magnemite. There we go. So got that loaded up. Sweet. Let me just make sure I've got the right. That's the dashboard. Keep forgetting to put the dashboard on. I think it's important. What happened there? Video download was cancelled. Please try again. Let's just reload that player. There we go. Oh, not sure what happened there. Okay, cool. Right, so it's all kind of set up now. We can begin. So, I'm gonna start recording on my side. There we go. Boom. Do this. 2, 1. It's recording. There we go. So we're gonna try and finish this today. That's the plan. And we are kind of close. We are kind of very close to this. So I'm very optimistic that to get it all done. So let's look at the detailing side of things. So let's detail. So most of the detailing will be probably on these nuts and bolts and stuff. There is a few little nooks and crannies I see there, like overflowing from the piece. So we might clean those up as well. It's a lot of cleaning as well. I think it's because of it might be on this layer, one of these layers. Or I've done the bolts. Yeah, it wasn't the bolts there. I was right. So cleaning things like that, very handy. Very handy to clean up after yourself. That's on another layer. So it's on a detail layer. So that bit there, where's that coming from? No, so that is actually part of. That's actually part of the actual base. Oh, it's from this. Okay, just get rid of that. No point of having that on there. Just hide it. What I may do, I might just flatten out the layer of the base, because it's pretty much served its purpose. And I don't need it anymore. So I could potentially get rid of it. But for the moment, let's look on the detail. Put pressure on. It's 10%. So what's going on here? Why is it not letting me draw? Oh, no, hang on. It's empty. Yeah. Oh. Just basically find my own little bits of detail here. And obviously, light's going to affect this, so of course you can add an edge there just to put it in, but then it also bounces back. It's all bounce light going on, so sometimes it's good to show these things, so otherwise it looks a bit weird. Show these lights. Edges to this area. Quite an angry magnet, yes, Nuni. Yeah. How are you this evening? I wanted this fellow to be in attack mode, so it would seem a bit strange if he was a happy Magnite doing his electro thing. I always like to have the Pokemon I do looking rather brutal, you know, like, yeah, I'm attacking you. Not too bad, just tired of having just tired of having the chill evening. Yeah, same here. To be honest, this evening I was thinking of not streaming. I am exhausted today. I'm so exhausted. My eyes are really heavy. I'm drinking coffee. I think my coffee's empty. That's the last of the coffee, and it hasn't done anything either. It's still feeling heavy on the eyes, but it needs a top hat. You know what? If I have some time, maybe you could extend this and give him a little hat. Maybe. What do you say? If we get some time at the end, maybe do like a special added attire on this little fellow. Gonna be a nice little. Nice little fashion on him. Actually, let me just see if I've done these bolts correctly. Yeah, straight bolts. Are they straight? Yeah. Oh, okay. Oh, wait a minute. Hold on a minute. So. We want to do one of these ones, I guess. I've actually gotten tired of playing 7 days. As you can see, I've not touched 7 days in a while. I know there's some people playing 7 days right now on my server. They're playing it right now. I've just been exhausted. Like, I just need a break from everything. I was actually thinking about jumping onto VR chat and see what's going on in there. Just like, be a bit of a social butterfly. I was telling Tree about it. On Sundays we do a VR chat gaming session. You're invited to come along if you want to join us, Nuni. There's some great little murder games on there. Of course, they are a bit. The pacing of it is pretty fast, but it's funny, but it's hilarious. And yeah, we got burnt out on that. It was nice to get back into after removing Dance Falls, but not probably jump back in. Yeah. Well, the thing is, we're planning to. right now we're nearly finished with Undying Undying Dead, I think it's called. Hang on, I forgot what it's called now. One second, it's called, what's that one called? Undead Legacy. Sorry, Undead Legacy. We're nearly finished with it. We've kind of done everything. So all we're doing now is making vehicles, vehicles, and there's a possibility that we might make an ore extractor. You can make an automated ore extractor. No, it's a total conversion mod, like just like Darkness Falls, but it includes a bunch of other mods inside it, which is really cool. So it's got like a horde, a wandering horde mod in it. It's got some other things in it, which makes the game a bit more interesting. But what makes it fun? Oh yeah. It's a mod for 7 days. Yes. Much like Darkness Falls, but it's a bit more extended. Of think if it's more for people that like crafting. If you love crafting, you're gonna love it. If you don't like crafting, you're not gonna like it. Like there's a lot of things require crafting. Like making things require several things to make, but it's decent. It's decent for what it is. It changes the gameplay slightly, but not as I think Darkness Falls is the sweet spot. Presently, my itches for zombies, Project Zomboid. I saw that game. I was thinking of getting, and I kind of didn't because I thought I'm gonna get hooked into another zombie game. So I was kind of scared. I'm kind of scared of getting other games that'll get me hooked, right? So I didn't. But it looks good. It looks like a very good game. You don't enjoy it, but so that, oh really? Why is it Unforgiven? Is the survival rate on it a bit more intense? That you need food and stuff to survive? Because I found in 7 days, food is the first thing, especially if you've got a group. Food is difficult to maintain for everyone. I sometimes starve on purpose to feed my team. That's how crazy, and I'll get told off several times, like, look, stop doing that and feed yourself. But I like to. I like to make sure the rest are very geared toward the zombies. It's a real struggle. Okay. There's the bot again. Let's fix that bot. Let me just get that bot 1 second. Sneaky bot. Report you. Just report that bot. There we go. Done. I'll have to watch a playthrough of it on YouTube and see if how it looks, because obviously I've seen the trailers and stuff, and I guess I should probably watch a proper what the game is like, and if it's yeah. Mind you, one game we haven't played. Oh, if you don't mind a little bit of saltiness, I recommend Sips Live. He mentioned a playlist on his. Okay, I'll check it out. Sips Live. I'll copy paste that 1 second. Yeah, I sometimes like looking at gameplay and then deciding do I want this game? Otherwise, it's like, well, yeah, Sips Live. Got it. Definitely something I'll definitely will watch when I'm working, because obviously when I'm work, which is right here, I have something running in the background. I've been watching weirdly as it sounds, I've been watching Crime Watch UK. All the episodes are on YouTube. I've been watching back to back. I just left it playing in the background, and just listening to crime drama. Like, well, stuff that happens in the really cruel crimes, but I was just in that mood. Watching documentaries. I went through a phase of watching documentaries, then I went through a phase of watching First Amendment audit videos. I got bored of that, so now I'm like, I'm going through like a phase of watching Try and Watch UK. So, so I may go back to doing games again. So, yeah, you're giving me a reason to try watch something else. So it's good. Thank you, thank you. Yeah, I was actually talking to Galen like a year or so, not so long ago. Well, a year ago, exactly, not so long ago. A year ago, this very moment, after work, I jumped straight into VR chat in VR, and obviously, it was like getting a new toy. So couldn't get enough of it, and now I'm like, yeah, meh. I think the problem is I have to admit it. I've done every single horror world that exists, almost every single horror world, good one, that exists on VR chat. So there's none left to explore. So I'm anxiously waiting for more horror worlds to try on there. But yeah, there's not been any decent ones. They're all kind of wishy-washy, you know. And I think the best ones to play is ones that people want is to go with people, I guess. And then there's Phasmophobia. There's Phasmophobia. I forgot about that. Phasmophobia is a. I've not done that in VR as much as I'd like to, because obviously during the evening, the last thing I want to do is jump into VR, being sleepy. So I kind of bottled it, so to speak. I like to just only play it on via desktop. Desktop's fine as well. Make another detail layer for this shell part. I was actually going to blur this all out, but I think this grungy effect gives it a nice texture it deserves, so I might not even bother with it. I will straighten out these areas just to give it. There we go. I just forgot to mention I got Arc as well, and I didn't install it. But I guess if it's just more intensely grindy than 7 days, I probably won't. But I've seen y'all play. I watched a Tree play a while back. We always play Ark again, and me and a Tree at a server, but updating it manually is a ball ache. We haven't done it. Oh yeah. You'd think in this day and age, updating server stuff will be straightforward. You know, like a simple click. You know, like host a server, boom, done. You know, add mods, like a simple interface. You know, you just drop files into it. The program knows that you've installed a mod in this folder. Would you like to use this to host your game? Yes, just click the start button, done. Instead, there's a lot of all these little configs and doodads you got to do. More we have mod packs, so they all need to be manually updated. Yes. Oh, there is that as well. Yes. So this is one of the things I was talking to Dogtoy about, who's currently playing 7 days right now, and it's his server as well that we're using, and it would be nice to include more mods for 7 days because, like, don't get me wrong, don't get me wrong. Um, some of the mods that you get 7 days are great, but on like with what we're starting to see is especially with 7 days and with any mod, once you reach the end, there's not much else to do. There's nothing else to do once you reach the end of the tree, or once you reach the approaching end of the tree. There's not much else to do. It just feels a bit now what kind of thing. And there's no meta. There's no what makes it. What can we do to make it more to continue on the gameplay? I think there's got to be a few mods out there which you can probably mix in with the existing mod, like Darkness Falls. There are some mods which work with it. So it might be a case of mishmashing, making a hybrid. This is what I like. Undead Legacy. Undead Legacy is comprised of several mods in one pack. One of the mods obviously is Roman Zombies, where you get a random swarm of zombies that turn up. Obviously they won't attack you, but they will be wandering around near your area where you're doing your mission or if you're exploring. It's like a batch, like a pack of 12 zombies. It's terrifying because you think you're doing well, and then suddenly, like, you see them wandering around, patrolling some area, and if they see you, that's it. It's another good mod worth playing or worth trying, and we're waiting on the update. Is what's it called? War of the Walkers, and it's not. I tested it. We tested it on A19, and I thought it was really good because it's got NPCs, wandering NPCs as well. So you have good NPCs and you have bad NPCs. Bad NPCs have guns. Some have guns, some have batons, and it's fantastic. It makes the game more lively. It makes the world feel more lively. There's things going on, right? So you even come across friendly NPCs. You can even hire them as bodyguards. Yeah. So it makes it fun. So, for example, if you're doing a mission, it's all going well, and then suddenly you may get attacked by a raider. They might be wandering around with a baseball bat, just to mess with you. It just makes it more interesting, doesn't it? Like there's actually a human player that wants to kill you because you got some sweet loot or something. I don't know. It changed. I think that kind it's better than just having nothing around. There's zombies everywhere. It just makes it feel less. It feels a lot less empty. It just feels empty. So I think So War of the Walkers has that built in. You have NPCs like that surrounding the world. So that was cool. But yeah, we didn't play it, we didn't try it because they haven't updated it to A20 yet, so we kind of skipped it. But I'm hoping they release like an updated version for A20 or A2. Well, actually, right now it's A20.2 now. They've actually updated it again. Experimental build, I think, or it might be stable. I think I'm not sure, but A20.1 is stable now, and then A20.2 is the next one, I think. We haven't updated ours to that, but there's some new fixes and stuff in there. One of the nice things they fixed was you can now stream on Discord without any lag, because like before it got a bit lag. The game got a bit choppy if you streamed your game on Discord, but now it seems to be working fine. So that's a good sign. Make some time for Blender as well. I know Tree's been doing nice blendery stuff on it. So it was nice to do some blendering with her. I learned quite a bit, getting some knowledge through me about what to do and stuff. It's nice to have someone that knows of some of it, so you can ask for help. So that was cool. That was kind of her to hang out with her on Discord and do some painting. The blendery stuff. It was good. That was great. think she has almost finished her hours needed to start adding VR avatars to VR chat. Oh, nice, nice. Like I said, if she needs help on how to set that up and stuff, what's his face? Killaroo. He does VR models. He's actually on Discord right now. You can always she can always ask him if she needs help setting up how to do it. He's done it. He's done a few models. Like was already uploaded a few models for himself, so he may know, get her off, kickstart it straight away. How to set up the Unity side to upload your models. So I've forgotten how to do it, actually, come to think of it. The rabbit one I uploaded, I knew how to do it when I uploaded my one. I knew what I was doing, and then now I've forgotten. It's been almost several months since I touched Unity, and I think it's out of date now as well. I need to update that software. Photoshop being a goof. Oh my goodness. Stop it. There we go. Put that edge around there. I can tilt the canvas. Oh, yesterday, I watched a interesting short film, Lovecraft film that someone recommended to me. It was called Sounds of the Deep. I posted it on Discord. On my Discord server. It's actually pretty cool. Short film based on Lovecraftian kind of. It has a Lovecraftian theme to it. Yeah, for the budget. Not sure how much the short film was cost to make, but it looked pretty damn good, and it was actually fun to watch. Yeah, it's in miscellaneous chat. Let me see. It's still there. It should still be there. Yeah. It's in miscellaneous chat. It's called Sound of the Deep. Very, very nice. I actually enjoyed it. The special effects were pretty good too as well for it. But I think what makes it, when I watched it, it felt like a John Carpenter film. Not much. It's just conversation and like the edginess of it. It's really, really cool. And there's a film before that I posted called Left Hand Drive. That was a film I saw back in the 90s. It was on Channel 4 a long while back, and I remember seeing it, and it was terrifying. It was really spooky, and I never knew what it was called until now. And luckily, someone somewhere uploaded it on YouTube, and I've posted that just above that. You should check that out as well. It's spooky, but it's pretty good. I thought it was pretty damn good for. It kind of has a SCP creepypasta kind of feel to it as well. It's one of the sort of things that's probably pre-SCP era, and it's ingenious though. I liked it. Yeah, I've been watching a lot of short horror films on YouTube. There's a channel on YouTube which does some really, really good horror films, short horror films. They don't last that long. Alter, yes, it's called Alter. Yes, see, you know it. Exactly, Alter. I started watching them and I was like, oh my god, these are actually pretty good, and the quality is good as well. I wasn't, I mean, some of them are blatantly, you can see it's CG, but I don't care. I thought it was fantastic. I thought they were really well made. Me and Tree. Oh, nice. Yeah. They're beautiful. They're beautiful nuggets of horror. I've been recommending some of them to people to watch, because I thought they're fantastic. It shows that good horror still, people write and direct some good horror, and it's on YouTube for free. I'm glad. Because it reminds me of there's a show on Netflix called Creepshow. Creepshow is a great series. If you like the original Creepshow movies, then it'll be right up your alley. It's kind of has that same kind of gritty stories as also stories, the Alter ones, but the special effects are really good. Bit of a underline there, just a nut there looks a bit off. I'm going to fix that I'm going to flatten it all down. I'm going to fix it, twist it there when I'm done with it. Hey Ignis, hello. Manly beast. Yeah, I'm well, thank you. Tired. I'm very tired. It's 10:18 p.m. In UK time. Very tired. It's been a really exhausting day today. But got to keep a schedule of streaming. So here I am, trying to keep that schedule going. But yeah, I'm well, thank you. How are you? I just realised the nut on this should be further up. Let me just double check this. Yeah, we'll not put this further up, I think. Still recovering. Oh my goodness. Oh dear. Bed rest is the bed. I found that bed rest is the only way, sadly. Yeah, I remember when I had a cold. I've not had the COVID yet, which I feel lucky about. I think I may have it now because my dad was coughing, but I don't know if it's COVID or not. I mean, I had a sort of a rising sore throat yesterday, and I thought it was COVID, but now it's gone now. So I don't know what it was, but yeah, freaking out. I was freaking out. I was like, what is this? What is going on here? And yeah, no idea what it was, but it's good. It's gone now. Detail 2. Yeah, like the thing is, a lot of people so basically we in London we held the London Furs winter party. It was like a big winter party for furries, and we had over 520. We had over 500 people, 522 people to be exact. And after the event, this was like from 12 noon to 11 p.m. So it's fantastic. It was a great night. Really, really good. And yeah, it was all going well. And then some people got sick afterwards. So apparently someone may have got COVID, who knows? But 22 people roughly got ill, but everyone else was fine. But it just shows you how quick this thing can spread if you're not careful. And yes, I did watch Sounds of the Deep. Yeah, I was just telling Nuni, Always Games Behind, about it. I've recommended it to him. I thought it was really good. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed the story of it, the way it looks. I think I mentioned to you already. It felt like a John Carpenter kind of film, kind of similar to The Thing, where there's mistrust going on the ship and everything, and the characters. Yeah, I liked it. It's very good. And the special effects and the special effects were good. I like that. I like it. It kind of brought me back to Call of Cthulhu again. The mood of it, that the grim look to it. Senna, how's it going? You all right? Bob. Yes. Yeah. The analog horror is my new thing. I can't remember when. I think I discovered it thanks to someone on my server, Mr. Onyx. he sent me one of the links to, I think it's the Gemini stuff, and the Gemini stuff was amazing. And I think it was the home invasion video. Wow, the home invasion stuff was great, and that was like really eerie, really well made. And I think after that, I started digging in deeper into it. I'm well, thank you. Said I'm just tired, but I'm good. I'm good. I find that I get sleepy when I'm not before I'm streaming, but when I get into it, the tiredness slowly creeps away, and I think it's a good thing. Mandela Catalogue, yes, the Mandela Catalogue is a strange one. The only horror I've recently heard of was the Backrooms stuff by the Backrooms. I linked that to Ignis. I did link that to him, and yeah, there's a sequel to that. There is a sequel to that video. They've the creator uploaded a part 2 to that video. So it's a relatively short one, but it's still good. Still holds up. Lower bolts. Just gonna fix these lower bolts. I'm gonna copy and then merge it down because I can then move this up. Move this up. Oh. I can move this bolt further up because I'm not happy with it. Oh, just gonna get a copy of the bolt here. And I'm going to break this away from it. Oh, fingers everywhere. Copy. There we go. Right, so there we go. Right, I'm going to copy that and that one there. Oh, there is still some more movement. Okay, what's going on here? Ah. Oh, fine. Let's just clean this up. Watched it, but I didn't follow up with the other one vid. So okay, yeah. By the way, this is the first time seeing your art, and I must say you're. Oh, thank you. I was one of those people that basically I started off. I used to do toonie art back in the day, like 90s. I used to be a fan of like Looney Tunes, Tiny Toons, Animaniacs. All my art was done on the Amiga computers back then, and I used to love my Amiga computer. It's still an Lofra, and after a while, I realized that toonie art is only going to get me so far. As something, it's not going to get me anywhere. So I decided to do it properly. Get good. So I spent many years at life drawing classes in the evenings after work, and even during university time, I'd go to life drawing, and I was fortunate enough to meet someone there who knew someone in the industry, and they introduced me to them, and basically I became their mentor. They became my mentor. And yeah, she taught me things to do, things like basically I told her what I wanted to do, where I wanted to go, and she gave me a bit of homework to do. I did them, and I've kept on going, and now I kind of do as a contracting kind of job, in publications, which is fine. I do. Part of me wants to go back into the fandom, live off that, but I'll be honest, it's a tricky thing, especially if you live in close to London, where you have to, you have to earn a lot of money to survive in London, near London. So it's not as easy as, let's say, somewhere which is a bit more cheaper. And I guess if I live somewhere out of London, I could survive it, but I rather do it professionally, in a job environment where I can look on my CV and say, hey, I did something nice, rather than saying like, if I find it a bit weird saying, oh, what do you do? Oh, I like doing naughty art, but toonie art is saturated in the band, and realistic is much more. It's now reached both. It's now reached a dual level now, Nuni. Like if you look on FA, there's a lot of really good realistic artists out there, and but at the same time, there's also a lot of toonie artists. It's trying to those people that do it. I'm not sure what their aim is, what their objectives are in as a career. You know, that's the thing. You can draw, you can make something beautiful. Like, oh, my recording stops. Let me do that. Let's music a bit. Must have paused it by accident. Yeah, I don't. It's bizarre. Like that, I think that's the thing I've noticed. That artists in the fandom don't know where they want to take their work. You know, and that's fine. But that's not fine actually. You should know where you want to go with your work. A lot of them just want to make money, which is fine. But I still think you should have an objective in life. Where do you want to take your work? Where do you want to be in 10 years' time? Yeah, I'm sure I've met many artists that run into people that want to free art and drives me crazy. And this is, yeah, yeah, that's true. Yeah, that is so true. It's I've had a few people like that turn up on stream. Well, not on stream actually. Correction. They actually PM me on Twitch saying, "Oh, hi, it's my friend's birthday." I was like, is it possible to do him or her a free art?" And I'm like, I can't. I just say no nicely, you know. But at the same time, my response always is, if you can do something good, never do it for free. You know, that's. I'm sure it's tricky. I've met so many artists that. So, oh yeah. Yeah, sorry, I keep I'm confusing myself with Ignis with Nuni. Sorry, yeah, yeah. It's like asking a builder, right? If you ask an architect who makes really nice buildings, right? If you ask them to do something for free, but they're already making money from people, then they're not going to do it for free. Unless, I mean, for me to do something for free, it would have to be for charity. Right, I'll do it if it's an animal charity. Animal charity always would I would think about it. I'll most likely say, yeah, I'll do maybe a doodle or something, but I still may say no. It depends on how busy I am, you know. But animal charities I'll take exception for, because you know, charity is important nowadays, isn't it? These lovely shelters and places like that, you know, they need money. They always need money, and it's something that you know. It's something we don't most of us don't really think about. Well, those that do. I mean, most of us do, and we spend it at conventions. I know conventions do a lot of charitable work, right? So I give a bit of money to them. It's all good, but yeah, charity is where I do it. I'm just going to knock this up a bit, just a little bit. Yeah, so that nut was just about here. I did my nut I did there was a bit low. There we go, let's clean this out. There we go. And let's go there. Get this sorted there. There we go. I'm going to scale that nut down a bit more. I think I made it a bit too big. There we go. Just a little bit big. There we go. Yeah. Just put the reference again, just to make sure that I'm. Yeah, back to what I was saying. Yeah, so I did several years of painting, life drawing, and that was fun. That was my, I think that was the best time I enjoyed doing life drawing. I mean, because I was so into like learning about how to draw the form and understanding the form. It's great times. And I was at university. I was with the person I knew. They became a life drawing teacher, so I used to go to that person's life drawing class a lot, and it was great because that person knew exactly how I wanted to be taught, which is basically, being told off. That's the way I learn quickly. If I do something wrong, I get told off. So I come back 100 miles per hour to prove them wrong, and it's kind of worked. It's kind of worked. So, but at the same time, it opened my eyes out. It opened my eyes to a wider range of media. And I think it's important for art. If you're gonna be an artist, you got to learn as much as you can, as many processes as you can, to make you proficient in tackling problems. Because in the end of the day, it's a problem. It's a problem. Any kind of artwork, any kind of illustration you do you see is a problem that has to be solved, and you got to, like a scientist, you have to analyze it. You have to break it down and come down with conclusions to execute the problem. That way you illustrate it out. And I spent a lot of time investigating various drawing techniques and painting techniques. I'm still trying to find out new ways. Still seeing new things that I can try and bring into my work. So I'm not. I do miss the toony ways. Like, the weird thing is, I'm not good at doing toony stuff anymore. If you look at my old toony stuff, I struggle to even draw like that now, because I'm so used to thinking in a specific way. Like, the problem with me was my toony approach kept me back, which is sad as it sounds. It was holding me back. It was like a crutch, a horrible crutch that was preventing me from progressing down the line of becoming better. And I had to let it go. Otherwise, it would have, I probably would have been drawing toony art badly. I mean, some people like it. Some people do like that stuff, but yeah, it's a stepping stone. Yeah, but in terms of improving, it's difficult to improve from there. If that makes sense. Like, if you got, like, for example, let's say you want to be, let's say you're learning to be a mechanic, right? But you're only good at fixing minis, but you're not, and you don't know how to move from a mini to a saloon or a luxury car, a sports car. How do you get that? How do you make that transition? So if you're always fixated with a way of fixing minis, then you'll never progress. If that makes sense. I guess that's not really a good example, but, like, basically the toony way prevented me from extending further. I was fixed in a certain specific way of doing things, and it was not letting me explore new things. Yeah. And in art, you gotta explore new things. You gotta be able to adapt into something else. Like, for example, if you go into a studio like Disney will give you a character sheet, right? Let's say I hired you, Ignis. Let's say I hired you for a job, right? And you got to draw all the characters. You got, and maybe you're really good at drawing, like, in a toony way, right? Maybe you're good at toony stuff, right? But I want you to draw like semi-realistic animals, like from the Lion King movie, which is the terrible Lion King movie, the feature-length one, right? But your forte is more on the toony side. But the thing is, you're given all the character sheets, and you got to draw that, and you would find it difficult to absorb it. How would you absorb that? How would you take that and learn and master it? Just by looking at it. So you got to be able to absorb new things without being frustrated. And I think the way I was going before, I was limited. I was terrible. And I had a really terrible attitude as well at the time about thinking that the way I was doing it was right. That was the other problem as well. I was young and I was a bit naive. When the world's on your shoulders and you're happy with what you're doing, but that was the other thing that was holding me back. I was pretty hard-headed. That's the right word, hard-headed. And I've noticed a lot of young people in the fandom, a lot of artists. Some are really hard-headed about their work, especially they think what they're doing is perfect, and I can relate to them. I can relate to them 100%. That what they're doing, what they might be doing, might be good right now, but long term, if you're trying, like for example, if they already got an idea where they want to go, but they're not doing anything about it, or they're not progressing in a certain way, you'll never reach that goal, and you always will be drawing in the same habitual way. It's scary. It's scary to say that, but I've been down that route, and I'm glad I've changed my ways. And the things I did it sooner. I did it at the age of 21. So it's a long time. It's a long time. It's like almost 20 years now. Nearly 20 years, and it's. I'm glad I made that transition, because if I hadn't, I think I'd be in a terrible fix. And I thank my mentor for that. I thank my mentor. My mentor, she not only exposed my weakness, but how to turn the weakness into a strength. That's the important thing. Knowing what your weaknesses are and how to develop them. Because drawing is a skill, right? Drawing is like anything, like any other skill. You can improve on it, right? So, and yeah, I do miss 2D. I mean, I have done some 2D artwork. I did a nice painting of Minerva Mink. I'm working on another Minerva Mink because I couldn't get enough of her. I did have a crush on Minerva, like most people. Most people did like Minerva, even though she is a bit of a sleazy gold digger character, right? She's a crazy character. But yeah, she was my bolt. There we go. Why is that? Ah, that's why. There we go. So to tell the truth, I want to start drawing and learn how to make my own character sheets. How would you recommend me starting? I have artist pads, but also have drawing tablet. Okay. Well, first things first. If you can draw three-dimensional shapes, that'd be a start. Because that's the first thing I would attempt. And an observation drawing. Observation drawing is the most important aspect as well. Three-dimensional drawing in 3 dimensions is you can draw a cube, you can draw a sphere. So that's because I noticed with drawing, it's all about understanding how to create 3-dimensional objects to make things. That's just a circle. Yeah, circle. Can you make a cylinder? Can you do cylinders? Well, a circle is a sphere. I guess it's a circle, yes. But if you have to illustrate it, you have to with a bit of lines. You can probably, ellipses around it. You can probably create that illusion that it's a 3-dimensional object. But creating 3-dimensional shapes on a 2D surface is really important. It helps you create 3-dimensional characters rather than keep them flat. I can look at a character in a comic book, and I can draw it by looking at it. Stuff like witchcraft. I can draw it by looking at it, but I make it look decent. But drawing it from my own mind is, see. Well, the thing is, Ignis. Right, this is an interesting thing. I want to pause up the recording on my side for a second, because otherwise this can go on for hours. So, comics in general. I'm a villain. I'm I'm someone that kind of, I've made a mistake on this as well, and it's, you know, because I'm an idiot. But for comics, creators always make a character sheet. So when you draw the comic and stuff, you have your character sheet next to you. So that's where the character sheet comes in handy. You know, character sheet defines. I don't have a character sheet for my comics, so obviously it's all in my head. So sometimes my characters change from time to time, and it's criminal. It's criminal that I haven't made a character sheet for any of my characters yet. I kind of started it, and then I just stopped, and that's not good. So I need to get around doing that at some point. But for you, if you make your own character first, maybe just have fun drawing. Get some ideas of what sort of style you want to go for your character. Get some research in there. So there's plenty of styles out there. There's plenty of rabbity. I assume a character you want to draw a rabbit, right? Here's a rabbit. Yes. There's plenty of references and ideas and inspiration. That's the first thing. Yes. Yeah. But secondly, the most important thing is get some references of rabbits, real rabbits. Get some references of rabbit skulls. Actual references. Draw actual rabbits first before you go down the style route, because structure is more important than style, if that makes sense. That's where a lot of artists in the fandom bugger up on, because they forget about the structure. Structure is what makes the character look the way they are. Like a rabbit, what is the rabbit has a certain shaped skull. If you look at for example, if you look at Zootopia, we know Judy Hopps, right? And if you look at her skull, right? If you look at her skull, right, from a rabbit skull, if you compare it, if I were you, treat this as a homework for yourself. Get some references of Judy Hopps, and then find a rabbit skull. Get some rabbit skull references. Do a comparison. Have a look between them. See if you can find any relationships that you notice. And one thing you'll notice is that Disney, the character designer, who I forgot his name now. Damn! I forgot his name. Character designer, Zootopia. I forgot his name. Oh, bloody hell. Corey Loftus. That's it. Corey Loftus. I'll type it in chat. I've actually got this. I've actually got the Zootopia art book somewhere. And I've actually bought it after watching the movie for the premiere. I instantly ordered it. Yeah, this guy created some of the characters for Zootopia. But anyway, the thing is, the rabbit skull of Judy Hopps has been skewed. If you make some comparisons, if you look closely, you'll find that it resembles a rabbit skull. But what this guy's done is they've stretched things to make it a bit more, more fun. But the thing is, underneath, it's still a rabbit skull. Same with all the other characters. If you look at all the other characters in Zootopia, if you look at the anatomy, they resemble the animals. But why? Why do they resemble it? It's because the structure is still there, but all they've done is exaggerated it. But in order to exaggerate it, you need to understand how the skull works, how the structure works. So if you nail the structure, then you can do what you want with it, right? If you know how to draw the skull of a rabbit, you can stretch it, you can pull it, but you'll still know how to draw it, right? So then you can make it more dynamic, you can make it more interesting, but it'll still retain that structure, yeah. And then you can, over that, you can apply your styles. You can be stylistic, but still retaining the edges of what makes that the way it looks. That makes sense, yeah. That's how I started working on my comic characters. You might see it down here, I think. It started off, you might see it on the slideshow here. The character started off as a humanoid-ish look, but then as times went on, I started looking into it properly, and I realized that I should really be paying attention to these things, because it makes it easy to draw these things in the future. But the thing is, there is a documentary, Zootopia documentary on YouTube, I think, where some of the animators and illustrators for Zootopia, they got sent to Africa. I think they went to Africa, to study some of the wildlife that actually got a chance to draw hyenas, lions, tigers up close, really up close, just to understand the structure. And then they went back and then they exaggerated them. And obviously Corey Loftus, I think, probably helped in some aspect to get the idea down, but it was it shows you got, if you know how the animal actually looks, then changing it should be easy after, right? So a lot of artists in the fandom don't do that. They what they tend to do is they look at an artist they like and they copy them, and there's nothing wrong with that. But you end up copying their mistakes. You end up copying that artist's mistakes, and you're not really drawing. You're not really drawing the understanding of it. You're basically imitating. And imitating doesn't mean understanding. You're just basically imitating how they do things, and that's not learning. And that's when the confidence lack can kick in. If you're drawing something and you don't know why something looks the way it does, or you don't know how to angle it this way because you don't know how it looks. This is where most artists only draw one thing in a certain way only because they're safe. Like how when I was younger, I could only do things in a certain way. See what I'm getting at here? It's difficult to break that circle. You end up drawing in a habitual way every time. So if you spend time, so what I'm saying is, learn the rabbit skull, draw the rabbit skull. I think I did some studies of rabbit skull a while back. I think it might be on my channel. Let me just check. 1 sec. Let me just see if it's still there. If it's still lingering around. It was a rabbit hair I painted. Might not have shared it. No, I don't think I shared it. Actually, let me see the whips. Work in progress. It's not a work in progress either. Okay. Excuse me. Rolling through all this not safe for work stuff. I didn't realize I had them on here. Actually, I could show you. I could paste in chat some of the studies I did, the skull studies. I think I did it on the stream. I'll share one of them. Bear with me. Let me just find. Okay, I didn't share the rabbit, but I could share this study I did of a skull. I think it's a fox skull, a canine skull. There you go. So that is what I did a long while back. So it's just a case of observing it as a shape. Think of it as a shape, like an island. I mean, these kind of studies are good as a negative space study. That's another thing worth trying as well. Negative space. Studying negative space is a good way of absorbing information without actually focusing on something. You're focusing on the shape, the unit as a whole. It's a great way of absorbing stuff. So yeah, that's a nice way to achieve drawing. But yeah, so as you can see, that I like drawing skulls because skulls gives me, like I said before, skulls gives me an understanding of the structure. So when it comes to drawing foxes, wolves, these things I've studied, the more you think about, the cheekbones there, there's a brow line there, so the skull has this, the jaw line, the teeth, the bumps along the muzzle, it's caused by the bone, the bone protruding out from there, the nostril part. The more you understand, the more you feel confident. The confidence, Oh, that comes from drawing over time. You see, Ignis. I think when I first started out drawing negative space, it took me ages. I won't lie, it took me an hour, more than an hour. But the more you do it, you start to develop this analysis. You start to analyze things. You'll be able to analyze it really quickly. But you got to train. You got to train yourself. The more you train yourself, the easier it gets. But the thing is, you won't notice it. You'll notice yourself speeding up. But that's good. But it comes naturally. It'll come out naturally from you. But when you start out, the start is always the tricky. Starting is always like with anything. Like when you go to the gym, right? When you're lifting weights for the first time, it's going to be hard, right? You'll be like, oh god, it's like, oh, it's too heavy, I can't do it. After six six pulls, on a heavy weight, you'll be done. But the more you do it, you start this biceps going to start getting pumped up, right? Each time you do it, then before you know it, you'll be like doing 5 and 6, like you've done. You'll be doing sets of them, and before you know it, your arms are going to get nice and fat, and off you go. So it's all about training. It's about training yourself to get there. But I think the best way to train yourself is, like I said, to understand the underlying part, and that's where most artists don't bother. And I think if you want to get good at something, learn from scratch. Be intimate about the thing you're learning. So in this case, the rabbit. Learn as much as you can about the rabbit skull, and you'll be surprised how much you'll learn. And yeah, that's all I can say. I'm trying to find more pictures. I did have a rabbit picture somewhere. I have to find it. If you want, I'll send you a picture. I'll send you a link to it. I'll drop it. Yeah, well, it's also brain as well. You've got to be thinking as well. The brain has to be. You're like think of yourself as a scientist, right? If you're a scientist, like Leonardo da Vinci and I think Michelangelo, they were both scientists before they were artists, right? They spent time analyzing the human body, right? They used to, I think the Da Vinci used to spend a lot of time dissecting humans, dissecting and drawing each intricate part of the muscle. So if you find like, if you do a Google search of Da Vinci's studies, you'll see him he's got like all these references. He's drawn an arm, hands and muscle strands, and that's because he had access to cadavers, right? But the thing is, what he did was he studied it, and then he went away to come up with a solution to draw these things effectively each time. So he came up with a system. He came up with a system to draw the form, right? Like that's why this is where I don't know if you've seen this in comics, right? You got this discussion, sorry, I'm doing a new page here. I don't know if you've seen this in comics, but like in comic guides and stuff, you got like these things where you have like characters are like 7 heads high, 7 circles high, you know. There's this like measurement system that comic artists use, which where it says that these characters have to be X number of heads high and stuff like that. And the thing is, this scheme came from Da Vinci. Da Vinci kind of created this kind of concept. He started it off. That's why the Renaissance drawings, you find that a lot of Renaissance drawings follow the same kind of process, that everything is drawn in a specific way. I actually spent time learning a guide. There was a guide by someone. I forgot his name now. Blast! It's called The Structure of Man. It's a really in-depth, not mechanical, but really linear. Not linear, but it's like a procedural. It's like a process of drawing the human form accurate every time. But the problem with that is that you would always end up with a really static looking model, static looking human. And I learned it, but I hated the process. It was good, don't get me wrong, it's good. Like basically you can draw anything. You can draw anything of the human body with points, and it's all about basically mark making. It was really silly. It's called it's called The Structure of Man, and wasn't a fan of it. But I guess some people like it. I didn't. But I didn't learn much from it. I found myself learning much more when going to life drawing and actually looking at what you're drawing, because the thing is, the human is never the same. No human's ever the same. Everyone's different. Everyone comes in different shapes and sizes. There's no unique one-way build of a human, right? So So that way, you know, didn't work for me. But yeah, some people like drawing Renaissance ways. I wasn't a fan of it, but yeah, rambling on now about this. But yeah, it's it's something. During my early days, I was looking at so many different ways of drawing the form, and I wanted to know many ways. So then, so if I was faced with a problem, I know how to like tackle it, right? So that's how drawing should always be. But you got me thinking. I should also need to focus on working on my character sheet for my comic. So I need to do that, and obviously, which I need to look into start writing for myself as well for that, which is a bit of a. It's gonna be interesting. I'm not much of a writer myself, but I'm gonna do my best to write scripts of some sort. Excuse me. Yeah, hopefully. Sorry, Ignis. Hope that answers your question. I mean, if you want to, as always, I'm always on Discord. My Discord. If you want to chat about it. Also have like a what do we call it? A pit station. People post their work, and I do my best when I have time to look into it. Because at one point it was gonna be like a paid service, like one-to-one training and stuff, but I just don't have the time as much as I hope to do one-to-one training, and it's difficult as well because each person has their own different way of learning. So I would need to think about how to do such a training package to bring the best out of the person. Yeah. The thing is, like the way I will teach it will be the way I was taught, which is I'll give you the tool set, the tools that you need to learn yourself. So that way, when you come with a problem, you will learn yourself how to get out to solve that problem. Because that's what it is. Everything in life is a problem. You have to solve it. And if you solve it, you conquer it, and you become confident in dealing with it and resolving it. In this case, for example, this piece here. The problem is I've got to make a magnemite. So am I a problem? Yes, you are a problem, Nuni. You're always behind. Always gaze behind. Like any kind of artwork, any kind of work, any commission or anything like that, I consider it as a problem that I got to solve. And that's with life, isn't it? You got to solve it, and I find that solving is good. Solving is good. Makes me less. It doesn't. I don't get frustrated. As most artists do. Most artists I've seen get frustrated when they can't draw something in a specific way, or they can't draw hands. They can't draw tigers. They struggle with drawing. I'm not gonna be naming names, but I've had in the past. I've had a few artists that say they can't draw something specifically, and I say you got to do it this way. These are the things you got to do to resolve this, and they won't do it because they don't want to do it, and that reflects to me their objective of being an artist, and it reminds me of me when I was younger, when I didn't want to listen to what people suggest is what may be the right way, and it is the right way, but I would still think I'll do it my way and it will resolve the problem when it won't. It just makes it worse, and you get stuck in that loop, that constant loop. So I don't really, I don't spend much time, browbeating them saying, "Oh, you got to do it that way. You got to do it that way." I just say that's the way I'll do it. Take it or leave it. So I won't spend too long explaining, because not my way. It's not my way. It's not my way of. This falls back to that question of like why you want to draw. What's the objective? If you want to get good, then you have to know exactly what your objectives are and then work towards it. That's what I did. Yeah. Oh yes, recording's still running. For a moment I thought I didn't start the record button. That would have been bad. I would have had to rely on YouTube and Twitch to show this painting piece. Right. Okay. I think it should be last thing to do. I'm just going to sharpen this up a bit. I might even just blur some of these out because it's just to keep it out of focus. So I need to figure out what I want to paint next. What to paint next? Because this was I think this was Nuni's suggestion. I took your nice advice there about going for the Magnite. That was good. Something different. Something that's not exactly, organic per se. It's a metal fellow. It's a metally fellow. Right. Nope. Yeah. I was asking where all the Magnite. Oh, I see. Well, that's fine. That's fine. Then I'll take the credit for myself. Then I'll take the credit away from you. I'll keep the credit to myself. Then I came up with this idea of doing a Magnite. Yes. It's still cool to see Magnite getting some love. Yeah. I've evolved my Magnite on Pokemon Go. It's the three Magnites together. I've not used them as much. I should probably revisit that Pokemon. A bit of white, just a little bigger. There we go. So I did a bit of rim lights here just to pop out the edges a bit because it was getting a bit lost in there. So I don't want to make it too obvious, but some really saturated blues in there as well. I just want to bring it out. There you go. Right, so let's look at this electro-shockery thingy bob over here. What is this? Lightning? Yeah, I did this kind of silly thing to it, but I think we can make it better. With soft light, I think soft light. Yeah, soft light. Let's try overlay, or maybe screen. Screen might be a bit. Oh, screen actually. Oh wow. Yeah, screen might do actually. Screen. It's a bit of a. Yeah, of course I do. Of course I do, Ignis. I didn't want to say your VR name in case you wanted to remain anonymous. I know sometimes people get a bit, they get a bit. Should I say a bit scared about, not scared, but like really concerned about having their name and Yeah, I really, the thing is, like, I really have time. I mean, I would love to go to every single VR thing, but yeah, I'm just, everyone's, yeah, everyone. I like to think everyone that turns up to my stream are pretty sound. They're pretty cool people. Yeah, yeah. I mean, really catch you. So yeah, I'm so loved. No, that's. I try to keep. Well, Nuni, I know you personally, so it's all good. I mean, and plus, your branding name is still. I always like that. The icon is. um, what was I saying? Yeah. No, yeah, I know Nuni. No, I'm sure Nuni's. Unless you don't want me to call you, unless you want to call you always games behind. I can call you always games behind. Uncle, however you want to be referred to. Uh, Ignis. I can call you Pewter if you like. I can call you Pewter if you like. I was going to say Pewter, but I said Ignis instead. Ignis. Actually, I should be looking at some rapid soul lightning here. Oh, not fast. Oh, okay. Oh, Nani. Always a tease. Which one does call me late? Call me late. I shan't. Yeah, I mean the bunny meat. I keep like every time it happens at midnight in the UK time. So part of me is like thinking, do I want to like jump into VR? The thing is, like VR chat, I've started to develop this habit of I like to be. I enjoy VR gaming. So if I was just standing around in VR chat for like more than 20 minutes just talking, I'd get bored. That's just me. I like to be doing something. If that makes sense. Like for example, like if I mean, sometimes I've joined VR chat in desktop, and I'm working as I am right now, whilst I'm on VR chat, so I can still talk to people. But I didn't really, you know, yeah, I sometimes just stand there painting away, so I might get lost in just painting and not listening to the conversation. But if I do hear my name being called out, I do say something. But yeah, yeah. So the bunny meat nunny is the people that bought the model. So basically, the model I got in VR chat, I bought. I joined their Discord server because I wanted some advice on how to modify some of the textures and some of the um, model attire. So the person who made the model was that who owns the Discord group, basically gave me some tips and stuff. So, but I'm still in their group, and every week that the moderators of that, I think that the group hold like a bunny meetup where anyone who's bought the model turns up. So I guess like it's like a little social circle of rabbit models. But I mean, not all my rabbit models. I mean, the model itself can be converted into a squirrel and a few other things. So it's not just a rabbit meat, but generally the majority are all rabbits that turn up. If you want to come to one, Nuni, let me know. I can probably get you into that group, into that meetup. Pretty cool people. Yeah, it does do a rabbit shop. No, not really. Yeah, you can just turn up. It's all good. It's all good. Oh no. I mean, you can do what I do. Sometimes I turn up in desktop. I sometimes use VR chat in desktop because I just can't be bothered to like, like I said, I was to Ignis before. Like my my attention span in VR when it comes to conversations is like 20 minutes. I'd rather be playing a game in VR, right? I want to be doing something interactive, not just standing there talking to people. If I'm going to be standing there talking to people, I'll just join desktop mode in VR chat and just stand there and talking. It's just like being on Discord, but you're in a first person kind of world, you know. So you should do what I do. Just buy a Quest 2. The Quest 2 it's done wonders for me. Got no worries with that. It's a pretty good kit. I know some people say, "Oh, you got the Facebook side of it." I don't care. I don't care. I'm not fussed about that. As long as it works. Oh yes, CF is coming. Yeah, CF. Yeah, of course. CS is. Yeah, I understand. Yeah, CF does come first. I'm looking forward to that. Looking forward to see you and Tree. Not seen you guys for almost 3 years now. Is it 3 years now? Anytime actually, the only time I've actually seen you is probably on a webcam. That doesn't really exactly count, but. And oh yeah, that was it. It was a webcam. It was a webcam session that Dealer's Den event. That's the only time we actually ever So what I'm doing is I might actually add a glow on that. Where's that? I don't actually. Might be cheeky and add like a outer glow. There we go, and just spell that. Oh. Ooh. Welcome back. So I think I'm wrapping up this piece. I think we're done. Let me just hide this away and make a little filter on this over the top, which is what I normally do. Noise filter, which gives it a nice little grainy effect. So I always like doing. There you go, and just do soft light on that. Boom, and then set it 20. Cool. Sweet. Let me just make some minor little adjustments here and now. I think we're done with this piece. We'll start thinking about another picture I can start noodling. Where's the lightning bolt here? Actually, one more thing I need to put there. And yeah, so we was talking about VR chats and the rabbit meat. Ignis, it's saying that I don't really spend that really spend more time on like for conversation stuff. I tend to just hang around desktop mode, and usually if I'm quiet, it's because I'm painting. But I mean, in VR chat, I was like, I much prefer the gaming element of it. The gaming side. It's just great. I was saying on Sunday, I host VR gaming nights with my local fandom, local Fermeet. Of course, any of you guys are welcome. If you want to join, that's perfectly fine. It's not locked down to just local people. Anyone that wants to join in, they can. And we play a lot of the VR games, VR chat games. And recently we've been playing a game called Ghost, which is like a murder mystery game with a bit of shooty stuff. It's fantastic, great stuff, great game. Like I said, any of you guys want to join in on us, you can just turn up. More the merrier. And we'll play with. And the idea of this was to. We play Ghost Plenty, yeah. So I mean, the idea was to try and bring more people in the London fur side of things, and the UK side, bring them together a bit more, because there's a lot of UK furries out there that play VR chat, but they don't really talk to each other. They're always in their little cliquey groups, and this gaming session is to bring people together. So if anyone's welcome. If you don't know anyone, you can come along, meet more people, have fun for a couple of hours. That's the plan. And it's been growing nicely. We had about 13 people join up on Sunday. It varies, but it's a great way to bring people together, isn't it? And VR chat is one of those sort of things that people only join because they know people. If you don't know anyone, it can be a bit like same as a Fermi. It can be a bit difficult for people to socialise, isn't it? I'm sure you've seen people that turn up and they're really shy and is really standing in the corner and stuff, whatever. So I'm hoping the gaming sessions we do is kind of that kind of brings people together. Fun. I mean, fun's important. Making sure that this looks good. Oh, what have I done there? Turn it off. There you go. Messed up my colour wheel for some weird reason. Hang on, why is it gone funny? Square, triangle. Wow, whatever. Messing up my colour wheel there. Turn into a. Why is it like that? Right, let's leave it at that. Well, as you can see, I'm getting a bit carried away now. So like, stop. It's done. Move on to the next piece. And actually, before I go any further, I want to fix this eye as well. Let's get that. So I was actually going to work on this eye for a bit. Last little final touches on this eye piece. I'm just going to put in detail 2, I think. Yeah, there we go. Yeah. Detail 2 might be best to work on this. There we go. A nice little finish there just before I stop. So I need to find out something else to. I need to find more other games to play on VR chats, which are because obviously I'm getting sick and tired of playing Murder. Murder's reached its point now where it's fun to play, but it's boring. Boring because I hate looking for the evidence. The evidence in that game. I'm sure Ignis can probably agree. I don't know how if you enjoy playing Murder. I get sick of that game. It's the most boring game. It was fun to begin with. It's fun to begin with, and then it just becomes a dribble. I think Murder 3 might be better. That's the one you're stuck on an island, which is much better. But I think the mansion one, I got sick of it. Murder 4 by Jar. I think the game needs a bit more excitement. Doesn't have the flair as as Ghost does. Ghost has like that engagement. It's more engagement, I think. Murder 3. The one in the island was a bit more fun because it's a bit more hectic, you know. It's a bit more great. You can be aggressive. Yeah. Excuse me. I think my problem is that when you have players which don't kill anyone, right? Nothing much happens. And you know, it just just drags on, you know. The game just drags on and on. And I get a bit passive aggressive with the murderers. Like, come on now, you could have killed someone instead of just hanging around doing nothing. Terrible murderer. How's it going, Zechimus? How's it going? Yeah. So this is what I like. I think Ghost is perfect because it encourages the murderers to do something, and if you don't do anything, you're going to be found out, and that's when the guns start firing, right? That's when it's the pew pews. Oh, the devouring, yes, I completed devouring. That was after like 9 hours. 9 hours game. 9 hours. 9 hours? Yeah, 9 hours. Played that for 9 hours to try and solve these puzzles. Never do it. I mean, I can do it if I do it now. If I do it again, I can probably nail that in less than probably 3 or 4 hours. But when I first did it, that was painful. But it was fun. I think that was during the time when I had my VR headset for the first time, so I was abusing it, you know, so it made sense, but oh boy. I'm a good puzzle solver as well. I'm a good puzzle solver. I like solving puzzles. I'm pretty efficient. Got a brain. Got a brain. Use me noggin. Use me noggin. Okay. Let me stop henpicking with this. Point and click games. Oh, Mist. Oh, I remember that game. I never played it, but I remember it. It's the wife's here just to. Right. Let's call this done. There we go. Stop recording at 54 minutes. So I think 2 hours, 2 hours, 2, 4, 5 hours roughly. Ouch. 5 hours. It's not done. It's not done. Done for me. Let me save this. Where's it gone? Magnemite 3. Needs one another. Oh, the hat. The hat. Yes, the hat. What sort of hat was it? Does it have the coloured bits? Hang on. Does Magnemite? Hang on. I was looking at. Oh, it does have coloured bits, doesn't it? Oh, yes. Yes, you're right. Yes, you're right. Yes, you're right. Gotta go for the night. All right, Ignis. Thanks for hanging out. Thanks for hanging out, and get some rest. And yeah, thanks for joining us. Sleep well. Yeah, Nunny, you're right. I missed out on that. Instead of recording again. Back to recording. Right, let's get the color. Let's get that color thing in place. Yeah, I think it does. I think it does. It does need the color. I can do a color overlay, so that's not a problem. I mean, it might be able to filter. I might be able to filter it in with color. So we'll see what happens. Let me see. Top one blue, like so. But I mean, there you go. But we'll have to try and desaturate it a bit. Maybe just a. Yeah, no, it's fine. I mean, I think adding color on this side will be difficult because anything bright will be white. That's the thing. So, but it is there. Let me. It's normal color. Set the color, and then I want to paint over it again, just to lightly. And this side will have to be. Darker red. Yeah. Yes, because the thing is, like, always keen to know when how light affects color is affected by the lighting, and obviously for this, it might become a bit orangey, bit orange. There we go. There we go. See, well spotted though, because I was just too focused on when I get this done. It's like, gotta get it done, gotta get it done, gotta get it done. So yeah, nice. I'm happy with that. Yeah, that bit is slightly there, reddish there, but I can get away with that. Yeah. Now it's not recording. That's 3 minutes to the back on again. But, oh. Save. Cool. Or leave it for like running for like 10 seconds and I'll stop it, because at least that way it's like a nice little 8, 9. There you go, done. I'll call this Magnemite final. 3, call it 4, 1. I'm not tired now. I'm actually feeling pretty good. I think my eyes are feeling heavy. I mean, I want to play some 7 days after, but I don't think I should. I might do something else in 7 days. I might play some Quake. I might play some Doom Eternal. I've been playing Doom Eternal on Nightmare on Discord. That game is intense and it's great. Oh my god, it really it really wakes me up, like seriously. That game is like, even it's extremely fast paced and I love it, but you gotta think fast. Yes you do. I know Tree was telling me she was playing on Nightmare. I'm like, Nightmare is the only way to play that game, otherwise it's boring. But that's just me saying, you know. But it's fantastic on Nightmare. But it's also brutal on Nightmare as well, because you get spanked heavily. Kid you not. I have so much fun playing Doom 1 on Nightmare. Oh, nice, yeah. When you say Doom 1, do you mean Doom 2016, right? Divine Arts. How's it going, man? Welcome. Thanks. Yeah, finished the what do you call it? Magnemite. Oh, the original Doom. Yes. See, you know what? I've got Blood 1. Blood the game, which is also a classic game. I could play that tomorrow. There's a few games I want to play, but I've been playing Deep Rock Galactic quite a lot. I think you're the one that said you may consider getting Deep Rock Galactic, right? I might play some more of that tomorrow, because Deep Rock Galactic is a kind of game that won't make me feel sleepy, because you got to focus. And if I play a sleepy game, I'll be like this, sleepy game. I need a game that'll keep me like focused and not having a nap. Hey Divine, what have you been up to? Been doing any arkings? So, I need to think of what to take next whilst that is on the subject. Let me just see what I've got a list of things that I could work on. Galen mentioned the what do you call it? Alternatives Typhlosion Pokemon. I forgot the name of it. Hang on. Let me just check. Let me just check on here. What the name of it? It looks like a stoned Typhlosion, and Typhlosions are pretty popular right now, so that might be another thing to look into. Hawaiian. So it's not Hawaiian. Hang on, wait a minute. Hayusan Typhlosion. Hayusan. I'll post it in here. You can see, have a look, see at it. It's a good one because the one that looks on here looks really drunk. Actually, that's the only one that exists. It's turned into a meme. Look at this. Look. Well, that's what it looks like. And it's based off Hawaiian Typhlosion. Typhlosion. Hissu Typhlosion. So hang on, if we extend this out, let's extend this canvas out. We see the comparison there. Well, so that's the one I'm planning to work on. This is what I did before. It's called Typhlosion. Fire Pokemon. So we could revisit this one again, but it's more of it's a ghost. So this one's a ghost fire. Ghost fire Pokemon? Let me just see. I think it's ghost. Let me click on it. Oh, here you go. Again, the list here. It's Tyson's office said to have graceful and refined movements, and a gentler, more pacifistic nature compared to the Jolteon Typhlosion, which can be seen staring into space. And you see that something does this. It looks full of high life energy. So this one, yeah, it may be cool to tell. It may be cool to do this one, I think. Yeah, it's not. Yeah, it's weird, isn't it? It's classed as a ghost fire type. I mean, so the one on the left is a fire type, but this is like the alternative version. And yeah, I don't see how it's a ghost, but it's classed as a ghost. It's not dead. Bizarre. I don't know who creates these things. Don't really. Hission Typhlosion. I guess I can start doing some concepts for this now, and then next week we can do some. How long have I got left? It's due for 1 hour 55, so I've got about 30 minutes to pump out a concept. So let's do that. Pokemon drafts. There we go. Boom. So there's the draft of that Magnemite. Let's bring the Typhlosion one up here. So this is the one I did before. Look at that. I enjoyed making that one. This is finished, by the way. This is the draft, but the finished one. Typhlosion final. Here you go. I'll show you the finished one. I should upload these. I haven't even uploaded. Here you go. I haven't even uploaded these pieces. Hidden type weed. Yeah, it's probably got some weed in the way. I liked working on this one. This is I enjoyed making this piece. It's very nice. There you go. Yeah, very similar to this, but I don't think this pose would work on that one. So we'll have to make a new pose, a bit more bit more thought what we needed on it. So if I say this out again, there you go. So yeah, no, this was fun to paint. Let me get the name right. Sion. Sion type. I'm gonna select copy paste it here. Oh my goodness! Come on. There we go. Dear oh dear. It's a laid-back Pokemon. Let's make a new PureF file. There we go. Paste these in. Oh, paste in Typhlosion. Copy image. Just drop in loads of reference images here to this folder. Layback addition to. It's got ghost fireball thing going on here. Need to look into this. Just moving these onto PureF and build up a nice selection of imageries. I do like the neck. It's got this neck thing, neck fireballs around its neck, purple flames and stuff. I think that's why it's called a. Are you doing a converse theme type thing for? No. I'll probably open the retro badges and normal badges again. I'm not much of like. I never do like theme badges. I know it's weird, but like I don't know. Yeah, I mean, for me, I just like making generic badges because at least they can be used for any convention, right? I mean, to be honest, this year's Confuzzled theme seems a bit bland, if you know what I mean. It's not really inspiring. It's not exciting, you know. As sad as it's, you know, I'm not trying to criticize it heavily, but yeah, I was not. Doesn't really give me like, oh wow, like this theme, like. I think convention themes are starting to die down. I think they've gone through most of them, right? I don't know. I think for me, I always prefer to go for the retro path, and then you have the nice painterly thing. It doesn't resonate. It doesn't. Yeah. But the thing is, Nuni, they've used this theme twice now, haven't they? Do you remember the online convention? That was the same theme as this theme, isn't it? A new world. They're doing it twice. Should have done that. I think I just kept it as is, and then just kept it generic, and then move it back, bring it, use then use a theme for online stuff. Ignore the themey stuff. Okay, I'm just looking at some more references. I've actually got a zoomed up shot of here of the space. Looks like it reminds me. This reminds me of Lapras. This monster. So I'll show you an example, right? So hang on, if I just copy paste this, right? Bear with me. That should be all of them, right? Oh shit! So if I make a new window again, so we have this again, right? Look at Lapras. Yeah, I think it's the face. Yeah. It reminds me of the mouth of it. If I find a good shot, a good illustration of it, a visual illustration would be good. I guess that'll do. See what I mean? There's some sort of, I think it's the mouth resemblance, there, that kind of curve back. Maybe I'm just overthinking this. I don't know. Similar smirk, yeah. Damn, nice. Oh, damn. Hold your horses, Olive. Olive trees in the house. Hello, Olive. How are you? Been doing your 3D stuff? 3D? Close this 3D ball. Yeah, I finished it, tree. It's done. I'm gonna ship it. Start a new one. A new one. A Typhlosion. Nope, no 3D at the moment. Just flopping about. Oh, flopping about. Ship it. As Meerkat will say. Meerkat will say, ship it. Stop henpicking. Stop henpicking. Ship it. Stop it. Stop it. So I'm gonna do that. I do that. Do that. Let's get rid of these. Eat this. I'm trying to find the. There we go. Oh, I'm gonna keep that background and maybe make it grey. Maybe saturate it. Maybe it's gonna reuse it again. So that's fine. Is there a line on that? I think they're okay. Let's get rid of them. Sort it. Let's get rid of it. Oh yeah, these are my these are my little drafts I did of the Typhlosion originally. Looks like a badger. Looks like a badger with spikes on its back. What the hell was I thinking? Right. Badger. There we go. Right. Right. Let's bring up the loader again. Camtasia. Camtasia. I think my drive is full of record footage now. I should probably start. Let me see how much space I've taken up on the cloud. It's normally like, wow, I've only taken up 191 gigs out of 791, so plenty of space. Plenty of space. I was thinking of buying another hard drive, like 4 terabyte hard drive for my video stuff, so it's time I splash some cash and get a bigger hard drive. More space. Right, let's hide that away. Actually, just make it flat color. Maybe that color's there is good. There we go. Oh. There we go. So, as always, when I do these things, it's always good to mess around and come up with some crazy, zany ideas. So, before I do that, actually, let me just save out my Pure F. Save. Oh. Where's my Pure F folder? Where's my Pure F folder? I'll just save it here. My saving skills are terrible. I just save any old place. So, got about 25 minutes of stream time left, so I want to try and make something. I'm thinking how this would look. I did like the dynamic pose of the first one I made.
Discovery Houston, press to ATO.
Liftoff of mission 41D, the first flight of the orbiter Discovery, and the shuttle has cleared the tower.
Music is really, really nice and chill. I was talking about this yesterday. This music kind of sounds like Groove Salad. If you've never heard of Groove Salad, I highly recommend their website, groovesalad.com, I think. No, Groove Salad. Soma.fm. Damn, got carried away there. Soma.fm is where you can find lovely music. Loads of radio stations, and it's ad-free music. And there's a station on there called Groove Salad. Beautiful music, like this. But the thing is, some of the tracks you can't play on Twitch because it's copyrighted. That's the only downside. If you can cope with that, it's all good. But I normally listen to it outside the stream, having the background. I used to play it a lot when I used to freelance. Because any place I went to on site, I would have it running, and it's accessible. Just listen to non-stop chill music. It's good. Oh. Just at my rep sheet. So yes, so tomorrow thinking what to play. It might be deep rock again. If Gallen's listening, if he wants to join in on it, he may. If he's not doing now, probably doing his worky work, but still. Veer. Oh, I could do Veer. I could do some Veer. Definitely do Veer on Friday if you're about Tree. We can do some Veer, or on Sunday. Sunday definitely we're doing Veer on Sunday. Veer. It's Friday. I was thinking to play some more of Alex because I've not played Alex in a while. I've not even touched that game. It's crazy. I've played it a few times and I just forgot about it. It's not because I don't want to play it. It's just finding the time to play it. It's finding the time to pick up that game and run it. Oh, it does look pretty good. This is a very generically boring pose, but I thought I'd do it on the side for now just to get acquainted with this particular creature. Needs to think of more fun poses. I'm going to do some more. Let me just pause the recording for a second. I'm just going to quickly look at some variations of what this Pokemon actually does in TV shows or games, because it gives me an idea. Aside from it being a lazy monster, lazy Pokemon, it's not really a... See, right now there are a lot of memes around this Pokemon because it's like stoned. It's like a stone-looking Pokemon, right? I mean, I like to give my I like to give my cat Pokemons a bit more. Oh my god, there's like Vorart as well, and for Affinity there's Vorarts of this Pokemon. No. Yeah, that came up on Google. Google, why would you do that? Dear oh dear. Oh. Why would you do that? Why would you recommend me Vorart? Gallen. bit of an idea of this pose. Let me just get my head around it. My head. There we go, so like that. A bit more top-down view-ish. Separate that from the. Whoop. Still need to make it more dynamic. Let me just think through it. Think some more on this. Sometimes the brain just shuts down and I'm like, think. Whoop. Just looking at some references on the feet. Let's see. Need some more references on feet action. Yeah. Sorry if I'm quiet. My head is like thinking when I'm. Sometimes it's difficult to talk and draw and come up with ideas, so I'm like, my mind's like stuck on this. Like, all right, Tree, take it easy. Thanks for hanging out for that short moment. I've got about roughly 12 minutes to go to end my session. So if people need to go, I understand. It's all good. I will say always, it's been a pleasure having y'all hanging out. It was good. Let me close this one. That one's done the Magnite references. So looking at Typhlosion references. I don't think this one. Keep looking at I should probably look at actual Typhlosion instead. There you go. Excuse me. Yeah, it's fisted up. Maybe let's see what I did like that. Arm raised. Like that. So just like that for a second. Let's duplicate that for a second. I'm just going to try something here. How it would look if he was his arm was raised up in the air like a. That might look more dynamic than the fisty one. I'm not sure about that. A bit more. So Galen's still around. Are you still there, Galen? Or are you dozing off? Don't know what you think of this kind of actiony pose. He's a Buster Sword. Because I'm just thinking like it from a mate, you know, if it's like a ghost Pokemon, then it's more chilled, but maybe it focuses purely on like less aggression, but more like mystical, you know. Like, it's got its glowing things on its front. Yeah. Yeah. So it is like the defining feature, yeah. But like it feels like more mystic than like outrageous flames. You know, it does have this like a really like red and swirliness, and here as well, you know, it's got flips. Flame that goes around its shoulders, so that's going to be an important part. I think his arms go tiny, so that's going to be really important as well. Can't just... So I made the arms fat, so I need to like make sure that these are accounted for. So... I may play around with this on my next session, but yeah, something like that. Tiny hands. It's got tiny little nibblet hands, big body, big arms. Boop. Yes, purple. Yep, purple thing. Yep. I mean, right now, it's not. I'm not worried about the colors stuff. It's all about the shape, the silhouette. The silhouette doesn't look fun compared to this one. So this one I did before, as you can see. Standing, fisty arms, you know, like, but then you have like one which is like, you know, raised arm raised, you know, like, look at me, you know, I've got energy, power, or whatever you call it, you know. Do business stuff, cool. You do business stuff. You do the business stuff. You like both. Yeah, I tend to I'm indecisive sometimes. I actually let me make a copy of that so it's like in the corner, so it's still visible there. Yeah, I like messing around until I find something that works for me, and I think it works for the picture. Otherwise, it's yeah. You thought the pose was a mirror of the regular Hypon? Really? No, it's different. It's different. Look, what the one I did before. I'll show you what I did before. Hang on. They're two different poses. Look. They're both. Well, this one's fire, but this one's going mystics, right? So this one has a bit of a more flair you know, flare arm raised, right? This one has this kind of pose is more. A mirror would be good. A mirror, yeah. You a mirror. You can put them side, yeah. Put them side by side, yeah. But I think this one I did shows power with the flame. This one shows more elegance with the flame, right? It's the elegance of, because it looks more chilled, right? It looks a happy one, less aggressive looking, more, you know, elegance. Yeah, elegance is the right, yeah, elegance. finesse with the flame, and the pose should have that finesse as well. So it's still fierce, but it's not out control flame. It's flame that has a bit more, yeah. Je ne sais quoi. Yes. Je ne sais quoi. I'm just loosely putting this together for now, and then next week I'll maybe start refining it properly. This is like a loose, really loose piece to start off with, and I think this direction is going good. I'm just going to extend the body a bit because it looks a bit short, stubby, short stacked a bit. Oh, there you go. I think the angled one was much better, I think. Oops. There you go, something like that. And claw like that. With foreshortening on that. Yeah. Right. We have reached the 2-hour 30 mark. Safe to say I can end the session here. The cast has been really quiet, so that's good. I mean, that's a first. I'm normally oh, it's offline. Wait a minute. Am I not streaming on Picasso? What's going on here? What's going on here? Hang on, wait a minute. Wait a can't. It says I'm offline. Why am I offline on Picasso? Oh, okay, I am online. Oh god. Yeah, Picasso is just becoming a bit of a crazy thing where it's just it doesn't know what it's doing. It's a shame, really. I'm just stop recording here for a second. Right, so what is this Pokemon's called? This name's it's got a weird name. I'll remember it. It's a long name. Listen to Typhlosion. Saved. Right. Okay. Take that as well. Cool. So yeah, it's been a lovely session today. We managed to get the Magnemite finished. I'll show you again. Here it is. I mean, I'm happy with that. I'm happy with that. Where it's gone, very relatively. You know, we're talking like meows. I think this was about 5 hours ish on and off, so that's good. I mean, obviously that's including in between chit chat as well. So obviously time painting slow down because of that, but that's fine. You know, that's okay, all good. But yeah, I'm happy with that. On to the next. Work on the next piece. Oh, why is this on? That should be on. That should not be on CMYK. Yeah, that'll be the next one for next week to work on. I need to start taking badge commissions for Confuzzled. I need to sort that out. So hopefully this weekend, if all goes well, if I finally set up the pricing for that, and get that commission stuff going, I might just open up just commissions in general. I think just to take a few and see what happens. I mean, I'm not really fussed about Confuzzled in terms of dealing. Just going to be selling pre-ordered stuff and whatever I've got left over. I'm going to be reselling some of the old stuff I have. So we'll see. I mean, I do want to sell some of this Pokemon art, but yeah. I think I can probably one day when I'm sorted, I would like to probably put this all into a book, like a little book, art book. I think that makes sense. Like a little art book full of paintings, Pokemon paintings. That'd be a better way to sell it than individual prints. I think. Say, you know, it would be a bit weird of selling separate prints. Nice book which has all the paintings in. I think that makes more sense. Like an art book. I've already got like a Not Safe for Work art book 1. I don't think I have enough artwork to make another book, so I need at least 20 pictures done, which is not a problem to make, but time's cutting short, so I don't want to stress out on that. But yeah, cool. Right, so tomorrow I'm gonna be back playing some hopefully DRG, maybe some DRG. So maybe that, I don't know yet. We'll see what happens. I'm always indecisive about what games I want to play on tomorrow, but I think DRG will be a good thing to do. So I probably will do that. So as always, thanks for hanging out with me. I'm going to jump on Discord for a little while. I'm not sure what I'll be doing on there. Maybe work some art, look on some Not Safe Work art, or do some 7 Days to Die or something. Make some Doom Eternal. We'll see. But yeah, I'm going to call it a night here. Thanks for joining me. Hope everyone has a lovely evening or day wherever they are, and as always, keep watching the skies, and I'll see you people tomorrow for some gaming. So yeah, hope to see you then. So see you later. Bye. Whoop.